This news update is brought to you by...
Say hello to Carol. Carol talks for a living, from morning till night. So she relies on Flo's crystal clear home phone service brought to her through Flo's 100% fiber to the home network. It keeps her in the know, and because she bundles her mobile broadband and TV services, she enjoys huge savings, so she can enjoy much more for much less. So visit any Flo retail outlet, call 1-800-804-2994, or visit discoverflow.co to find out more. One-of-a-kind connection. This is how we flow.
It's Thursday, May the 12th, 2016, and this is your Barbados Today morning news update. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. In our top story, the island's largest public sector union is warning the Frontal Stewart administration that there will be no more pay restraint. The stern response issued yesterday by President of the National Union of Public Workers, Akani McDowell, to government's move to have the salaries of cabinet ministers and other senior public officials restored to the pre-2013 austerity levels by way of a 10% pay hike. A resolution to this effect was tabled by Minister of Finance Chris Sinclair in Parliament on April the 15th that will see the Prime Minister's salary increasing to $203,175.60, and that's $16,931.30 per month, along with a travel allowance of $54,838.44, and that's $4,569.87 per month, official car and residence. Under the Ministers and Parliamentary Secretaries Remuneration and Allowances Order 2016, provision is also made for Tourism Minister Richard Seeley, who is the unofficial Deputy Prime Minister, to receive in excess of $20,000 per month compared to his other ministerial colleagues, who will get just short of $17,000 a month, inclusive of allowances. Terming the move ridiculous, Akani warned members of the government that if they can afford to pay themselves salary increases, then the administration must be prepared to do the same for all other public servants. Meanwhile, government spokesman Richard Seeley believes he and other senior members of the Frontal Stewart administration should be commended and not criticized over new pay proposals that are currently before Parliament.
We agreed up front that in solidarity with the government's adjustment program, we would take a 10% cut on our remuneration. We agreed to that. Now, that program was extended on 2 occasions, and we agreed to extend what we were doing on those 2 occasions. Far from the government being criticized for any increase, we should be again commended for showing solidarity during the adjustment period. And we haven't got any increases. We're only restituted what was there before.
Government has given a clear indication that it's replacing the controversial $25 tipping fee for waste disposal. Minister of the Environment, Dr. Dennis Lowe, admits that the tipping fee issue was not yet settled. In fact, he said the Ministries of Finance and the Environment have been working on a revised strategy that would call for implementation of a fee that is governed by the polluter pays principle.
The SSA commands an annual budget of close to 80 million PS a year to keep Barbados clean. And it is a cost that is exclusively borne by the state. That is why we have to look at coming up with creative ways, as some countries are doing, developing countries are doing, to have the whole issue of waste management, looking at it from the consumption perspective. Barbados consume a lot of international goods that are always packaged and generates a certain amount of waste.
In sports now, tributes continue to flow in from here at home and abroad in memory of acclaimed West Indian cricket writer, commentator and journalist Barbadian Tony Cozier, who died here yesterday at the age of 75 after an illness. Cozier had been admitted to hospital on May the 3rd for tests related to infections in the neck and the legs. The West Indies Cricket Board's tribute hailed Cozier's service to the game, noting that His lifelong work centered around West Indies cricket, and he made a lasting contribution to the game. The International Cricket Council, ICC, said it was deeply saddened to hear of Cozier's passing, describing him as one of the truly great voices of cricket and a huge loss for the cricket community. Newly appointed CEO of the Barbados Cricket Association, Noe Lynch, fondly recalled the last time they spoke.
The last time I actually saw him was actually at the BCA's awards ceremony about a month ago. And as a matter of fact, at that particular event, we actually talked a little bit about the Lodge School and about the Lodge School's place in cricket. But to say that Tony Cozier loved cricket, I believe would be an understatement. I think Tony Cozier lived for cricket, and for over 5 decades, his voice was easily maybe the most credible voice about the development of cricket and West Indian cricket, particularly in this region.
Head of cricket for BCA, Stephen Leslie, praised Cozier's credibility as a commentator.
One of the things that I believe the international community would lose is the fact that that voice would have been able to bring important information to West Indians and persons all around the global landscape. And Tony's contribution to cricket would have extended beyond what he did actually as a commentator. He was very integrally involved in what happened at his home club, Wanderers Cricket Club. And I think the Barbados cricket fraternity is poor, and I wish to extend condolences to him and his family.
And Ricky Clark, head coach at Wanderers Cricket Ground, where Cozier was a member, described him as forward-thinking.
Tony Cozier, to us at Wanderers, have been a tremendous inspiration for the club. Tono, as we affectionately call him, was one who was very, very forward-thinking. In terms of sport, he was the type of person who saw the need to not only retain the values and concepts of the game, but one who was willing to take the environment as it is and fast forward the opportunity for cricket to be commercialized in the Caribbean.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Welcome back with news from the region now. The Guyana government is describing the report of a commission of inquiry into the death of noted historian and political activist Dr. Walter Rodney as deeply flawed. After handing over a copy of the report to National Assembly Speaker Dr. Barton Scotland so that it would be laid in the legislature, Attorney General Basil Williams said it is a flawed report because a lot of injustice would have been done to certain persons who would have been named during the hearings and were not afforded the opportunity to give evidence. President David Granger has also dismissed the report as being deeply flawed, noting that the commission had depended largely on hearsay evidence in their determination that the Forbes-Burnham-led PNC government was responsible for Rodney's death back in June 1980. The commission was chaired by Barbadian jurist Sir Richard Cheltenham. And on the international front now, 27 million Americans are at risk for severe weather as a system moves east. Parts of the Midwest and the South were being lashed Wednesday by another spring storm system after tornadoes were blamed for killing at least 2 people in the Plains state early in the week. We pick up the rest of the story in this NBC report.
Today in Tennessee, a flood emergency.
It's a nightmare is what it is.
Up to 7 inches of rain pounded Sumner County within hours, prompting water rescues.
Bridge is completely out. People cannot get in or out.
Overnight, lightning burned down this strip mall, while Missouri saw baseball-sized hail. And in Mayfield, Kentucky, the cleanup is underway.
Holy mackerel, there goes that.
After this tornado swept through.
Mayfield. It's going to be on 80, touching the ground.
Injuring 10 people and narrowly missing an elementary school.
No matter what anybody can say, God was with us yesterday.
I didn't think I was going to make it.
Gus Winfrey barely survived, clinging to a tree outside his home.
You can't rebuild lives, and we got lucky.
The damage in Kentucky comes after days of wild weather. In Oklahoma, this tornado near Wynnewood upgraded today to an EF4, the strongest so far this year, with winds of up to 200 miles per hour.
That's news and sports, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 99 on Flow TV and to Mix 96.9 FM. Have a fantastic day.